Hey, what's up? Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to share with you my simple, easy meal prep. Maybe summer is very busy for you. It's hot where you are. You don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I'm going to do a lot of bulk style meal prep for the week ahead for me and my husband. Now, I'll be honest with you. I have not meal prepped in about 3-ish weeks, like 2.5. Well, then there was the holiday. I don't know. It's been like 3 weeks. And the last week I've been on a medication. If you haven't checked out my fertility journey videos, I will link the playlist down below. But I've been on my first medication and it makes me slightly nauseous in the morning, so nothing sounds good at all. And then I decided a few days ago, ooh, juices actually sound good, and they still sound good. So I'm gonna make some homemade ginger shots and like just a really nutritious juice to have in the morning. And then I'm also gonna make an oatmeal bake, and I'm gonna bulk prep a bunch of stuff so we can kind of interchange the bulk items for lunches and dinners this week. I hope you find this video very, very helpful for you. Please give it a thumbs up and let's get started. I have all my fruits and veggies over here in the sink, just kind of like soaking so I can get them clean. But I ordered these bottles off of Amazon yesterday. I've been treating myself after every treatment to something that I just want. No rhyme or reason. I'm just buying stuff. I share all this stuff on Instagram, so I will also link these down below. These are not glass. I want to take them with me to work and I didn't want a glass option. So these are plastic. So you can definitely do a glass option if you want. I just thought for me, this would be so much better. There are 12 of these and they're 13 ounces. These, however, I did get in glass, and it's the shots, just because I feel like for the mix of what's going in, I feel like the glass is just better for a shot. Plus, I'm not planning on taking these with me to work. And these came in a 10 pack. They're so inexpensive. And they came with these little stainless steel funnels. So we're gonna do shots today and juices. We'll see how many we can get through. My husband does turmeric and ginger shots every day, so I think this is also a better version to make these. If I can make them like once a week, according to a lot of Pinterest recipes, they can be in the refrigerator for about a week. So I feel like this is a much better option for us if I can get to making them. And then hopefully it'll help me in the mornings with just kind of like the little nausea I have, because I did have one of his ginger shots the other day and it kind of helped a little bit. So let's get started with these. I got these in the mail this morning, well, delivered to my front door, and I already washed them, so they're good. I would not put these through the dishwasher. I would just rinse these unless you put them on the top shelf. These will be fine in the dishwasher because they're glass. I can also link my Vitamix down below if you have like a Ninja blender or something. The thing is with the Vitamix, I don't have to peel the ginger. That's like the biggest thing. So if you have to peel the ginger, it takes a little bit more time, a little bit more effort. This is also gonna make things like so good. This was a gift from my bosses a couple years ago. I use it all the time, I share it all the time, but I will link it down below. And a lot of people actually have shared that they found the older versions of Vitamixes at Goodwill. So if it's not in your budget to buy a brand new one, try the Goodwill, see if you get lucky and you can find one. I also picked this up today at the store. It's apple cider vinegar and it's Bragg's with the mother. I saw on a lot of recipes that this was like the best one to use, so I got it. For the first recipe, I'm going to add 4 cups of water. And again, this is a recipe I found on Pinterest, but I'm pretty sure you can do whatever you would like. I'm going to do celery, apple, 2 limes, an orange, and cucumber, and then I have a little pod of ginger, and that's going to make the first batch of juices. I don't know about how much this is going to make. I can't remember. I just looked up the actual like recipe, what the ingredients were. These have all been soaking for about 20 minutes, so I feel like they're really good and clean and ready to go. The apple cider vinegar is actually for the shots, and I'm not putting turmeric in them. You can if you want to. I just don't love turmeric like in my drink, so I'm just doing the ginger shots. Now I'm kind of thinking I just want to do celery juice. It smells so good. Either you love or hate celery juice. I love it. So as you can see, or maybe you can't, the Vitamix really blends it really smooth. You can also use a nut bag and like drain anything that you don't want in there. I'm not gonna do that. I actually want the pulp, so we're leaving that. But it's just really a personal preference. I know people are like, oh, you should definitely keep the pulp. It's the healthy stuff. Sometimes people have texture issues. It's okay. As far as the ginger here, I'm just gonna cut off the little dry ends and then throw it in. That's what Google told me I could do. So I just cut off the little ends, and then I'm gonna cut it into smaller bits. It smells so good. And then just throw that in. For my lemons, I'm quartering them, and then I'm going to cut them out, kind of like you would, I would a blood orange, if you will. Just like this, and then pop those in. I love my kitchen knife. I will link it below. It is amazing and so inexpensive. I paid less than $30 for this, and it's like the best thing I have in my kitchen. If you don't have a great chef's knife, something that's like really, really hardcore, you don't have to sharpen a lot. You'll see later, I'm gonna cut sweet potatoes with this. I haven't sharpened this in like a year. I probably should sharpen it now that I'm saying that, but it is awesome. And then any seeds here in the lemons, I'm just like plucking out. But definitely check out the link for this knife. It's the best purchase you're ever gonna make for your kitchen. I'm gonna do the same thing for the orange. If I see any seeds, I'll take them out. If not, I'm not really worried about it. Like, it's not a big deal. Just go like this, the same as I did with the lemon. If I don't get it all, I don't really care. I know you can peel the orange and then pop the flesh in. As far as these go, you might think I'm being wasteful, but I'm actually saving these and the lemon ones, putting them in the freezer, and then I can add them to my water. It'll add a lot of flavor. So if I freeze them, then I don't have to go through them all at once. So I'm not being wasteful. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. Also, I didn't think the rest of the cucumbers would fit, so I just set them off to the side. But let's get these into my little, I almost said jars. These aren't jars. Bottles, and see how many we can come up with. These are 13 ounces, if I didn't already say. And this is like a little bit thick. But I can always take this in the morning and mix it with more water if I want to and make it more concentrated. So it's just like right now it's more concentrated, but it smells so good. All right, so that made 8. I'm pretty happy with that. As you saw, I put them back in the blender. These are more pulpy, these are less pulpy. Again, I can put them back in the blender in the morning with more water if I feel like that's a no for me, but I just decided to go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna put the lids on these, get these in the refrigerator, and then I will try one once they get cold and let you know what I think, but they smell absolutely insanely amazing. Okay, the next one is going to be ginger, lemon, and apple cider vinegar shots. I'm just gonna whip this in the blender, and then you don't have to see me chopping everything. Again, for the ginger, I'm just gonna cut off the little dry pieces, get the flesh out of the lemon, and I will do 4 tablespoons of the apple cider vinegar and some water, and that's it. Okay, got my mess cleaned up. Yes, it was a little bit messy. I should have been wearing my glasses and I wasn't, so I struggled a little bit. I tried these. Oh my God, they're so strong. Ginger, like so gingery. As you can see, there's like little pieces, and I think you can see more in this one, so you have like little pieces. Again, you can blend it up if you want to. There's nothing wrong with eating the skin of the ginger as long as it's washed. It actually has a lot of nutrients and fiber in it. So, but as you can see, it kind of goes up to the top, and the most is in this one because this was at the bottom. But 10, I would say it definitely made like 13 shots. So it's
powerful. But I'm happy to like take this if I have to and like sip on it throughout the day. And ginger is really, really good for your digestion and immune system. So I don't taste the apple cider vinegar that much, just the very ginger forward flavor. And you can add other things. Some people add cayenne. I didn't really feel like adding that. Some people do turmeric and black pepper. I just went very, very basic, but I'm gonna get these in the fridge and chill them, and then I'll have one later today. Another thing I recently got were these reusable Ziplocs. I had some a long time ago and I couldn't find them, but I'm actually putting my ginger in the reusable Ziploc and then popping it in the freezer. And this way I will get so much life out of this. That way, in case I don't make shots again for a while, maybe they don't work for me, my husband doesn't like them, I'm not wasting my ginger by putting it in my fridge. It will sit in your fridge for like 30 days, but in the freezer, it'll last like a year. You can also make like little ginger ice cubes if you want to. I will link these little bags down below. They're super inexpensive. And if you don't have them, snag some, unless you're like me that just didn't for a long time. But yeah, I'm gonna pop this into the freezer. All right, so for quick meal prep, I'm going to prep some potatoes. Like I said, this is gonna be more like bulk style. I also have these, the little potato company potatoes. And they changed their packaging, and 2 Japanese sweet potatoes. So I'm just gonna chop these up, get them on a baking sheet, get them into the oven. I'm also gonna make tofu, lentils, and see what else I can come up with. Okay, as far as proteins go, I am going to do 2 blocks of tofu, and I'll pop those in the oven as well. Probably like 425 for like 15 minutes. It's actually relatively cool out this morning, so I have my oven on, which is a rarity for me. So timing wise, I'm running around right around 35 minutes right now with filming, and I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like if you weren't filming, you weren't talking, you weren't paying attention, you're just in the zone, it would take you like an hour to do all this. So I'm going to make an oatmeal bake. I did just add about a cup of Kite Hill yogurt to a bowl. I had it in another container, and then I just started doing things, and I'm so sorry I didn't show you the actual container, but it's the high protein one. You can find it at most stores. I know Target has it. I'll put a picture of it right here. I put about a cup of that in a bowl, and I'm gonna add some old-fashioned oats and some berries, mix it together, put it in a glass baking dish, and we're gonna call that breakfast. Just pulled this out of the oven. It smells so good. It might not look like it's done, but it definitely is. It has enough liquid in it with those old-fashioned oats where I feel like it's gonna be so good. I'm gonna eat this cold, and my husband will definitely eat this. I would say like for me, this is probably like 6, 5, 4, I don't know. Like a big portion, that's like a lot of food. Plus you have the extra protein from the yogurt, and I'll probably have this with a protein shake as long as I'm feeling up for it. But it's really nice having this on hand and using up some ingredients I had, like that applesauce and the oats. I wish you could smell this. It smells so creamy and sweet, which that's what I like for breakfast most of the time, is sweet foods, just what I crave in the morning and what I can tolerate. But this being cold is gonna be so good. All right, the only other thing I'm gonna do is get some lentils going on my stovetop. The nice thing about all of these like meal prep things is they don't really have to be watched. Everything just goes into the oven. Stovetop, lentils, so easy. 2 cups of water, 1 cup of lentils. I'm going to add some taco seasoning because I've been really into taco flavored lentils recently. So good. Bring this to a boil, and then once it starts boiling, put a lid on it for 25 minutes on low, and you're good to go. Okay, so the breakfast bake is in the oven, but here's what I got together. I'm not putting together any vegetables right now because I've been really in a salad kick, and I have a lot of frozen veggies on hand that I can put into the microwave at any time. Same with like microwave rice. I'm really into that lately, but this will get me started for the week. I have the 2 packs of tofu, which is so good in salads and in like Buddha bowls and stuff. Lots of potatoes. I can do like a breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Just kind of throw everything together. And then my favorite, the taco lentils, so good. So this is like a good step in the right direction this week. I also have like a lot of snacks on hand, which I've been doing a lot of just because full meals have not been my thing just with how I've been feeling. But having this on hand makes me feel really good. It's not enough obviously to last the whole week, but to put some salads and veggies, fruits, and snacks with it, it does really, really help to get me started for the week. These are a little burnt, but I actually love them that way. So if you're like, oh my God, no, they taste so good when they're reheated with just a little bit of burnt on one side. So I always just like leave them and don't stir them. The creamer potatoes, so good when they're cold. I didn't season either of these. Taco seasoning, this has the Green Goddess seasoning. So that way I can just kind of put anything I like with the potatoes, or just salt and garlic since this has seasoning and this has seasoning. But taco bowls for sure happening with the potatoes and the lentils, rice and lettuce and all the fixings. So good. Thank you so much for watching today's meal prep. I hope it gave you some awesome ideas for your own home. Let me know down below, what are you making for this week? Share all of your ideas. I'll see you soon in a new video. Bye-bye.